all of them. I go go.
Okay, guys, like, subscribe, and share, right? Thank you.
Nafana na morningstar. Angels.
Mama ko sebru agwaptal Maria. Ekene Maria Egyptian na Brazil sebru anonyeli edengos n'etiti kpọrọ niile ọjazi ngos bụ nwa forgive Jesu.
Maria Jason nke Chukwu rebara ebe ndị nje ahịrịọ kịta na manọwa amen.
Nyeju odibo nwanyị nke osebru ụwa.
Oge Jason nke Chukwu rebara ebe ndị nje ahịrịọ kịta na manọwa amen.
Okwu emela arụ. Ekene Maria Egyptian na Brazil osebru anonyeli edengos n'etiti kpọrọ niile ọjazi ngos bụ nwa forgive Jesu.
Maria Jason nke Chukwu rebara ebe ndị nje ahịrịọ kịta na manọwa amen.
Jọbara anyị ayọ. Ayịyọ anyị na-arịọ gị o Chukwu ka erinyere Kraịst anyị n'ime obi anyị ka anyị bụ ndị nje butere ozi ọma wee mara iwere arụ Kristi nwa anyị site n'afọ ya na obi ya wee bata n'otito na mbilite n'ọnwụ ya site na Kristi dị nwere anyị. Amen. Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ. Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ. Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ. Ka mkpụrụ obi ndị niile kwere gara aga. Mkpụrụ obi fa zuru ike na ndokwa nsọ.
Ekpere abịala ga-esite na nkwado ndị Love Bite Foods and Beverages Limited Nnobi. Ndị na-alụpụta Love Bite Bread nọ na nọmba 1 Nwosu Mmaduka Close, Umuru Nnobi, 081-4982-8254.
At 103.5 FM immediately after Angelus, 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonadi FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are hoping for a new Nigeria,
you can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Good evening and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM news update. Today, Wednesday, the second day of August 2023. The time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Ifeanyi Ekeze is my name. The headlines. New exercise to replace sit at home as Southeast ignore the order of Simon Ekpa. Ministerial screening. Your leadership is divine. Umahi hails Akpabio. Enugu governor nominates Ekweremadu's son as commissioner. Ajero Osipo lead fuel subsidy removal protest. Niger coup leaders gain support from neighbors as France plans evacuation. Now, details. New exercise to replace sit at home as Southeast ignore the order of Simon Ekpa. The agitation in the Southeast states of Nigeria took a different turn when Finland-based Simon Ekpa declared 2 weeks sit at home in the Southeast for the unconditional release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, with a written note through his lawyer Aloy Ejimako, gave Simon Ekpa order to stop the sit at home in the Southeast. The order, which Simon Ekpa ignored, was greeted by non-compliance in the southeast as Simon Ekpa refused to us coming from DSS custody on the verge of Simon Ekpa's sit-at-home declaration. A new self-determination group for Southeast, dominant force for Biafra, DFB, emerged under the leadership of Field Marshal Prophet Robinson Ike with 7 days ultimatum to Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa to withdraw the sit-at-home order and its enforcers from the Southeast. Here is a report on that.
The controversial letter Mazen Nnamdi Kanu wrote as order to Simon Ekpa to end the sit-at-home order in the Southeast is the last thing Southeastern Nigerians expected. A couple of weeks ago, when Simon Ekpa issued warning to Southeastern Nigeria about 2 weeks sit-at-home order for the unconditional release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu on the wake of this 2-week sit-at-home order by Simon Ekpa, Field Marshal Robinson Ike gave both Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa 7 days ultimatum to withdraw sit-at-home enforcers and bring sit-at-home to a stop in the southeastern part of Nigeria.
Because I gave 7 days, and after 7 days, I gave 3 days grace. And I remember I told him, if you fail to remove these boys from eastern Nigeria, from southeast, there will be a flush out. And that is what is happening now. That even Nnamdi Kanu wrote a letter saying he's withdrawing sit-at-home from eastern Nigeria, from southeast. Look at how people are, how they are suffering, laboring for nothing. People are dying because of sit-at-home.
The 2-week sit-at-home order by Simon Ekpa met no compliance as people in the southeast went about their daily activities, and this would be attributed to the controversial letter Mazen Nnamdi Kanu wrote to Simon Ekpa through his lawyer, Aloy Ejimako. In the letter, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu dissociated himself from the sit-at-home as the order is enslaving the people he is supposed to be fighting for. Robinson Ike wants Igbo people to replace sit-at-home with prayers as he predicts the future of the agitation.
Igbo n'ime ekele gị Chukwu maka na eji m ọnụ ọkụ n'obi etu o si bụrụ wee kwuo okwu maka sit-at-home nke Jehova nụrụ were kwụsị ya. So ihe m na-asị bụ ka e were ekpere na abụ wee replace ya sit-at-home. Monde niile onye jere afịa, onye jere ọrụ, ebe ọ bụla ị na-eje lecha plate gị na-eje, were Baịbụl gị na-eje, bido n'ụtụtụ wee ruo na 12, mechie ekpere gị kene Chineke maka agbara Chineke ya biko ya wechitekwa ngọzi, ya wechitekwa udo, ya wechitekwa ọṅụ n'ala Igbo niile. Akụnụba niile atụfu n'ala Igbo, Jehova biko wechitekwa ha ndo. Nke a bụ anyị na-enye Chineke ekele maka sit-at-home ewepụla anyị bụ nnukwute ekwensu si n'ala Igbo were pụọ. And ihe ọma ngọzi dị iche na-akụrụ anyị aka n'ụzọ na-abata. Aga m na-ekpekwa ekpere that Monday eje na-ajọ onye ọbụla na-ekpere ihe ọbụla ị na-achọ, ihe achọta na biznes gị, ihe achọta na-ajọ onye ọbụla na-ekpere ihe ọbụla ị na-achọ, ihe achọta na biznes gị, ihe achọta ya na-afịa gị, ngọzi Jehova ga-abụ nke gị. Ka ọ ya adịla anyị mma n'aha Jizọs Kraịst bụ onye nwe anyị. Amen.
Looking at the coup in Niger Republic, he blamed the former president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, for the uprising in Niger Republic as he declared economic sanctions on Niger Republic by ECOWAS as inconsequential.
The case of Muhammad Buhari during his reign is what transpired in Niger Republic. All the corruptions, all the bad management is the one that transferred it to the Niger Republic. It's not, I know what I'm telling you. It's not just that they got up and overthrew the government. No, there is serious corruption. There are 2 problems which Muhammad Buhari, Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, all the IPOS, ESN, or only wherever you are, lay down your arms and ammunition. You have 7 days to do it with 3 days grace from 31st July 2023 to 9th August. If you fail to lay down your arms, disintegrate, everybody go to your places and stay. the security agents will start coming to your houses one by one for arrest and recover those arms and ammunition. But your life, I don't know what will happen.
From Ugosi, Martin Ifeanyi Ekezie reporting.
In another news, ministerial screening. Your leadership is divine. Umahi hails Akpabio. The senator representing Ebonyi South, David Umahi, has described Senate President Godswill Akpabio's leadership as divine. The former Ebonyi governor, screened on Tuesday, August 1st, by his colleagues as one of President Bola Tinubu's ministerial nominees, said the Red Chamber under Akpabio is not partisan. Umahi expressed satisfaction that he is a member of the Senate led by Akpabio. His words, "Let me thank Mr. President for nominating me as one of the nominees for the office of ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is a very committed Senate, a Senate that is given and committed to the welfare of the country, the people, and the unity of the country. Mr. Senate President, let me thank you very highly for a very united Senate under you. In this Senate, in the number of months I have spent, you have not allowed anything like partisan politics to take place, and that shows that you are divine. And I am happy that God gave me the opportunity to be part of this Senate leadership. It is a privilege, and I want to thank you," he stated. Enugu governor nominates Ekweremadu's son as commissioner. The Enugu state governor Peter Mba has nominated Laide Ekweremadu as one of the 15 commissioners sent to state assembly for commission. Newsman reports that the nominee is the son of the former deputy senate president Ike Ekweremadu, who is serving jail term in UK following allegations of organ harvesting. The governor also nominated Ada Chukwu, daughter of ex-governor of the state Sullivan Chime. The names were contained in a letter read on the floor of the House by the Speaker, Uche Ugu, on Friday. The Secretary to the State Government, Chide Beronia, who wrote the letter on behalf of the governor, urged the House to consider the nominees properly. He noted that the list might not be the final list. While this may not be the exhaustive list, I'm optimistic that this request will receive your usual judicious consideration, he said. Ajero Osifo lead for subsidy removal protests. Presidents of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, are leading the anti-poor and subsidy removal protests in Abuja. As early as 7 a.m. on Wednesday, organized labor converged on the Unity Fountain in Abuja. Civil society have also joined labor in the protest. The decision of President Bola Tinubu to remove fuel subsidy has led to economic hardship, despite several meetings between labor and government on palliatives. Being no agreement. For the decision, the evacuation comes during a deepening crisis sparked by the coup last week against Niger's democratically elected president, Muhammadu Bazoum. The West African regional body known as ECOWAS announced travel and economic sanctions against Niger on Sunday and said it could use force if the coup leaders don't reinstate Bazoum within 1 week. Bazoum's government was one of the West's last democratic partners against West African extremists. In a joint statement, the military government said that any military intervention against Niger will be considered as a declaration of war against Burkina Faso and Mali. This is where we draw the curtain on news updates on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. New exercise to replace sit at home as Southeast ignore the order of Simon Ekpa. Ministerial screening. Your leadership is divine. Umahi hails Akpabio. Enugu governor nominates Ekweremadu's son as commissioner. Ajero Osifo lead for subsidy removal protests. Niger coup leaders gain support from neighbors as France plans evacuation. You just listened to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM news, produced and read by Martin Ifeanyi Ekezie. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
Listen to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles 6 o'clock and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonadi FM breaks the news with actualities.
And believe that if we are looking for a new Nigeria,
you can as well listen online via mixlr.com/gistfm. How best can we talk about the challenges
guys, like, subscribe, and share, right? Thank
our
you.
community, our society in general? Street Report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebonadi FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be,
our government,
Street Report is here to make sense of it all. Street Report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street Report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanj, the Force, every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebonadi 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds in your face. On Ebonadi corner 24/7, 24/7. Ladies and gentlemen, tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride. It's the morning drive on 103.5